97.9 GRD Rocks. Say it's Jana. And I have a super special guest on the line, Brent Smith from Shinedown. Hey, man. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm so well. Thank you. We are getting super excited. Your show coming up, Shinedown, going to be at Andel Arena May 4th. Can't wait.
Absolutely. We're really, really excited about it as well. We get to hang out with our friends in Five Finger Death Punch and the boys in POD, so we're looking forward to it.
Very cool. You know, I just actually saw you guys you were in my living room the other night because you were on TV. I saw you on Jimmy Kimmel Live on Monday night.
Yeah, we just got done doing a 3-show tour that I can't really call it a tour. We were basically shooting the video for our new single, Asking For It, and we were also doing TV for Jimmy Kimmel, and then we had 3 shows to take care of, and then we're home right now for a little bit, about 8 days, and then we head out for festival season of pretty much all of May, which is why we're coming to your town. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's always super, super rad. His whole organization's super pro. And yeah, we had a good time. It was actually probably the first television appearance that we weren't on the road for like 2 or 3 months straight. And we were like 5 shows in and had to fly on a plane to Los Angeles and like on no sleep, because that's normally when we do television. They like to like work us all the way to where we have like nothing left and then put us on national TV. So we actually, for the first time, we had about 2.5 weeks off. So that's probably why we sounded pretty decent and looked, pretty decent, because we were a little bit rested.
No, I was going to say, yeah, you guys were on it. It didn't look like you were lacking anything. That was a really great performance. So I do want to talk about the new song that you performed on Kimmel, Asking For It. But really quickly, I just wanted to get into something that's going on in the rock world right now. Like, everyone seems to have an opinion on it. So I thought I would ask you. So AC/DC had to postpone their tour due to frontman Brian Johnson's hearing loss. Now we have Axl Rose stepping in as frontman. What do you think about that?
I was a little confused by the whole situation until the other day, because Brian Johnson actually released a statement yesterday where he had made a point about the fact that his hearing loss was something of really just, it's quite tragic on a lot of different levels. He's been with AC/DC for 36 years, but in his statement, I think a lot of people before Brian made his statement, people were just really angry at Angus and like, what are you doing? And I understood that because of the iconic, the iconic voice that is Brian Johnson, but I didn't really know what was going on. And I was saying this before when it happened, like, we don't really know what's going on. It's not like I have, an open line of communication with the band AC/DC, and everybody was just making their own assumptions as whether they thought this was BS or it was bogus or what was going on. But from what I gathered from Brian Johnson's statement, he's okay with what they're doing by bringing Axl in to finish up the dates too. And also he thanked Cliff and he thanked Angus in the statement. And it basically came down to the fact that the doctors are like, the hearing loss, he can't perform in stadiums anymore right now. Like he can't deal with, just the amount of noise that larger arenas and stadiums impact on his hearing. It doesn't mean that he can't go into the studio and perform, is what he said in the statement. So I think he's going to continue to do albums with AC/DC, and hopefully, God willing, he may be able to return to the stage. I mean, he's 68 years old, but it's kind of one of those things where only time will tell. But in answer to your question, what do I think about it? After looking and reading his statement and seeing what they're doing by bringing Axl in to finish up the shows, now that I know both sides, and it looked as if Brian Johnson had given his blessing, for Axl to come in and do this, more power to him, I guess.
Got it, man. No, that's a smart way to look at it. Definitely always want to consider both sides and things. I do want to talk about the new album, Threat to Survival, and the new song that we are going to play today, Asking For It. When you and I talked before, you kind of described the songs as scenarios and that they all kind of fit together on the album. So for the new song, Asking For It, if we could talk about that a little bit, how that fits into the new album, how it came to be.
Asking For It is a unique track on the record because it was the very first song that was written during the writing process for what became Threat to Survival. And normally, like during a writing process, you know, we'll write a lot of songs before we go in to start actually recording what the album is going to be, anywhere between 40 to and upwards of 60 songs sometimes. Asking For It was the very first song written, and it just kind of held on through all of the other sessions, and it always felt like the opening song to the record, and it is the opening song to the album. As far as like subject matter and what it's really about, it's pretty straightforward. Be careful of the toes that you step on in life, because they may be attached to the ass that you have to kiss later on. So it just means be careful how you treat people, basically. And don't be a jerk. It's really pretty straightforward as far as just the philosophy that's in that song. As far as sonically and the way that the song comes about, it's a very classic punk rock style song. I kind of borrowed a little bit from Cheap Trick and Billy Joel with that song, and I think it turned out really, really well. We just shot the video for it about 8 days ago. And we're going to do something that's completely not traditional with the music video. It's literally an over-the-top, just hilarious montage of just a bunch of wonderful chaos. I can't really give too much away about it because it won't be fun for me to like do a spoiler alert here on everything. But it's not a traditional video. It's about 20 minutes long. It's more of a skit than anything. You'll just have to see it for yourself when it comes out. We're probably finished with the editing on Friday, so hopefully within the next week, 2 weeks, it'll be out for everybody on the wonderful interweb. And I think people will really enjoy it, though, because it's very lighthearted and it's quite a funny video, something we've never done before. So I think people will really dig it.
Yeah, man. No, I saw little snippets on social media, like little sneak peeks of you guys working on the video. And it looks like you had a ton of fun making it. So can't wait to see the new video. Asking For It. We're going to play the song, the brand new Shinedown song coming up in just a bit. Brent Smith, thank you again. Thank you so much for chatting with me today.
It's my absolute pleasure. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to me. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you very, very soon.